Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abaticola on 312 Sports.
We give you Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast. I'm Dan Bernstein. That is Matt Abaticola. And the Bears were off this weekend, kind of a blobby NFL weekend. This was there were teams actively declaring their residency in the blob.
Yeah, it was a bad weekend of football. There weren't a whole lot of good games to watch. There was a lot of upsets. Dan, you go back to 2014 is the last time that you didn't have an undefeated team after week 5.
Okay.
That just means more blob.
I just think so.
Bigger blob.
Or it gives you, because there's an extra game now, maybe it gives you more time to sort out some of this stuff. But I think we have a pretty good idea of a typically competitive NFL each week, and that was underlined by some strange outcomes. I kept looking at the schedule, and I kept thinking, all right, let me find at least a couple games I'm excited for. And I will say that last night's game, I gave it every chance because I had the baseball on. I'm like, you know what? It was low scoring at first, and then I'm like, okay, this isn't great. It's been full of flags. It was a competitive game. The game itself was jumpy just because of all the flags. Too much Sean Hockley. And I loved
you love yourself some Hockley.
I loved
boys,
his
though.
dad, and Sean is, he's not quite as thickly built as his father, but he speaks in these complete sentences. And he also has, it's not really snark, but he talks like he's talking to somebody. He has a conversational way of delivering some of his adjudications. And I believe he's not a lawyer. He's a financial planner, I think. So he doesn't have the same sort of courtroom gravitas as his father. But I like his work. I like the cut of a jib of a young Sean Hockley.
Yeah, Drake made 22 of 30 last night, 273 yards, averages 9.1 a completion yesterday.
Playmaker, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's inspired by Josh Allen being on the other side of things, but it wasn't Allen that he necessarily reminded me of a couple times. It was Roethlisberger. Where Drake May was having guys draped all over him.
Yeah.
Like he looked more Roethlisberger-y to me because he's a big strapping man who can move better than you think, and he doesn't care if somebody's is trying to tackle him. He'll just kind of hold him off and make him play.
That's interesting.
It's like he doesn't sort of get activated until he, like, yards after contact. You don't really care about a quarterback usually, but he's tough to bring down. And that ended up being a really good game. If you could sit through all the flags, I also liked the fact that Mike Tirico found his inner Kevin Harlan a little bit. Did you see after the kick and a guy in a Mike Milano jersey caught the ball?
Okay.
And, he realized, I've got a football. Or did somebody hand it to him? He got up and started running.
Okay.
And he did play-by-play for it. There goes one up the stairs with Josh Allen in front of him.
Was that the Detroit game? And that guy's drunk. Look at him.
That man's drunk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That man's nuts. Grab him.
It wasn't Sanchez.
No. That different play. Oh, I'd love for somebody to do the play-by-play of that video.
Yeah.
By the way, since we recorded Dan Bernstein Unfiltered, if you're just joining us, they've upgraded the charge against Sanchez to a felony.
Yeah, that's huge.
Well, that's probably they'll plead it out, obviously. I don't know if he's going to see any jail time, but it was now felony battery that could be 1 to 6 years on that charge. I don't think he'll face that charge.
Does that increase the payment amount? Maybe if they settle and this guy gets some kind of money?
Oh, when there's a civil.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think the injury is the injury.
Yeah.
This is a criminal charge per Indiana law.
Why do you think he won't see any jail time?
First offense.
Okay.
I think it's
famous guy.
Super unlikely.
Money.
Right. He can afford lawyers who will make the case. And my guess is before it even gets to that point, as part of the plea deal, he will go to some rehabilitation or this is. I don't think he'll ever see jail. I just don't. Unless there are previous offenses in there. I think this is bad night. Guy had a really, really, really bad night. And I do think, however, it's going to hit him in the pocketbook.
Oh, huge.
More than
from Fox, for sure.
No, I think from a civil settlement or a civil loss, he's going to be on the hook for hurting this guy.
Yeah, and I don't see any way that Fox keeps him around. Not after this. I just don't. I really don't. Even if it's, he's got an issue, he's going to go away, he's going to work on himself, take care of some things.
It really depends if he's got somebody there who believes in him and they think he's an important asset, and they don't think that if he goes away for a while there's going to be a downside. If he's out of sight, out of mind, comes back, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But this is worse than like what Marv Albert went through back in the day.
He was biting people, right?
Right, but it was consensual.
Yeah. This wasn't consensual. The guy wasn't like, yeah, good, punch me in the face.
Yeah, right. They said it cut him so bad that it went through his cheek and cut his tongue.
Yeah, there was a really, really bad. The family posted a photo. They blocked out a little bit of his face, but they saw the injury, and it's really bad, a gash on his cheek.
Yeah, that's really the NFL story that is happening today, because it was kind of an weekend. I picked the right weekend to
not watch?
to leave town.
Picked a bad week to stop sniffing glue, though.
We also want to mention that Forward Progress, as always, is brought to you by our friends at Church Brewing in New Buffalo, Michigan. New Buffalo's brewery-pizzeria in a historic church. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizza, small batch craft beer, brunch every day. Visit beerchurchbrewing.com. You mentioned the upsets. We had the Eagles losing. We had that game between whatever that was between the Cardinals and the Titans.
Yeah.
That was barely NFL football. I don't know exactly quite what was happening, but and then we had last night's upset that, again, was close on the scoreboard, was interesting enough to hold our attention.
Yeah.
But and the number of cutaways to Vrabel, too. They love showing Mike Vrabel.
You mean my brother?
Yeah, your older brother. But is that because, although no, you're older.
I'm older than he
you're
is.
Older
yeah.
than he is.
Yeah.
But is it because he's so expressive, or I don't know?
I just think we're very handsome, and the camera wants to show us.
Maybe.
Like, I'm always on the camera here at 312 Sports.
That's right. The
camera won't get off me.
They loved showing Mike Vrabel over and over and over again, much more than his counterpart McDermott last night. But hey, whatever, if he merits that, okay. But we had some of these signature wins, right? Statement wins.
Yes,
I would count the
Denver over Eagles.
Yeah, I think that is actually what Jim Nantz said, didn't he?
Step up, make one of these game-changing plays.
Wentz, 2nd and 5. Addison, he's got it. Touchdown.
That's Fox.
Yeah,
this is Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma.
The route is good.
This is the Vikings
is great.
Browns game.
Denzel Ward was baiting him. He was baiting Carson Wentz, thinking he could never make that throw, going right over the top of him for the beautiful catch and the touchdown for the Vikings. What a play.
What cost me my pick.
Such a nice throw. I
this
can't
was the
emphasize
touchdown.
enough how good of a throw that was. That is big league. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, those are the ones that take chances on that type of throw and put a beautiful touch over the defender for the touchdown.
They pull off a miracle. They got one shot at it. No pressure on the quarterback. He's got time to heave it. There's a whole pack of people there, and it's incomplete. And there's no flag.
They weren't football players.
The Broncos have their signature win.
Pack of people.
The 12-game home win streak is over. There are the two wideouts.
In his hands for a second.
Hufanga at the end. Number 9 came in to make sure that ball got out of there, out of the pack. Look at the two wideouts side by side. Smith and Brown. They've wanted the football more often. They both made a play on it at the very end of this one.
The long snapper. The kick from Slay. Is good.
How Tennessee was able to climb back in this football game when they looked dead in the water, just unbelievable.
So that's the final kick there for the Titans with that 22-21 win. Romo and Nance, they were running out of gas at the end of that broadcast.
Yeah, Nance sounds.
I think I don't know if he was sick or he was dealing with something, but
he was out drinking with Mark Sanchez the night before.
I hope not fitness friends.
Good Lord.
That's my guy, by the way. So
no, he's not Fitness Friends. He's just Hello Friends.
Yeah, he's Hello Friends.
Fitness Friends was Roger Clemens' wife.
Hello, fitness friends.
Hello, fitness friends. Get a little of your HGH in here.
And then that first highlight, that was the Vikings-Browns game on CBS with Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma, who I think is really growing into a really, really strong analyst.
Yeah, he's good
in the NFL. I think he's great.
Now,
I think he's great.
If we start looking at first coach fired,
I'm still going to say it's your Titans guy. But
I think it's Brian Callahan, too.
Yeah.
I think that he's still first coach because it was Mike McDaniel, and then they got off the mat with a surprisingly inspired performance, but they're still sitting at 1-4.
But they still lost yesterday. Yeah.
Pete Carroll's not going to get fired at 1-4.
No.
Kevin Stefanski's not going to get fired. John Harbaugh's not going to get fired.
No, because the Browns, their defense is pretty good. That front seven is pretty good, and they're going to keep teams from scoring a lot of points. Vikings again got that really stupid touchdown late in the game yesterday.
Brian Daboll's not going to get fired, right?
So what are you thinking? If it's not Callahan Auto Parts, who is it?
And it's not going to be Kellen Moore, who's in his first year in a rebuild with the Saints. So we have one 0-5 team.
Yeah,
I don't think Aaron Glenn's getting fired either.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he is.
But he's called a lot of attention to it. First of all, he's in New York.
Yeah.
And second of all, he's so demonstrative on the sidelines, and they're really bad. They're really bad.
Yeah, it's not good. But, I mean, they have some pieces there. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe New York is just like, all right, screw it. You know, maybe they just say,
cut your losses.
Yeah, cut your losses.
Hey, look, we know if one of Woody Johnson's 16 or 17-year-old grandkids shows up and says, hey, I saw on TikTok that if you fire your coach.
Oh, yeah. Because that was in the draft room, wasn't it?
What are they, Brick and Stick? Aren't they twins?
That's a morning show.
Aren't they?
In Texas.
Smoke and Stack?
The Brick and the Stick.
No, who?
They do country radio. What did we see? Was the Bucket and the Mop or something? The Bucket and Jimbo?
Well, it was Steve-O in the Bucket. Which Layla and I use that all the time. We always said that anytime we were slipping into a Steve-O in the Bucket.
Boy.
Yeah, because that was in Jacksonville. No, it was Houston.
It was Houston because you need a nickname and an animate object to be a morning show.
But they had a van.
Yes.
Wrapped.
Yes.
And the picture of him was like he's wearing his flannel shirt and he's making a face like, oh. I don't know if that was
Steve-O in the Bucket. You know if that was Steve-O or the Bucket.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like Marky Mark and the Ratchet set. You know, it was always something ridiculous.
What else happened yesterday? So, yeah, Kellen Moore gets a win, 26-14 over the Giants. The Colts just demolished the Raiders, 40-6.
Okay, and I have not been a Colts believer.
I haven't either. I just don't believe in the quarterback.
At some point, you got to concede that they're good.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't know that I'm ready to do it yet. And before we get into some of the Bears stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of this plays into...
That's why all roads should lead back to the Bears here on Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast. That's really the point. And we were saying, hey, great win over the Raiders. You go on the road, you get the win. And now I'm thinking, what if they're awful? Do we change the way we think about this? So this is the point of this program where we make we draw illogical conclusions based on a small sample of opponent performance. And it's hard with the Vikings because McCarthy isn't there. He's dealing with a high ankle sprain.
And even if he is there, you don't really know what they are.
All right, we know Detroit's good.
He had one good quarter.
We know Detroit's good.
Detroit, okay, for me, Detroit is consistently, outside of that first game against the Packers, they have been the best team in their other 4 games. And for me, they're at the top of the league. And the gap between them and that second tier of teams is pretty significant in my world, in my opinion, here after 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think if the Colts and the Lions played 10 times right now, the Lions win. I was going to say 7 or 8.
Oh, I think they win them all.
Okay.
I just think they're that good of a team.
Okay. Dallas is what are they?
They win yesterday over the Jets.
Right. So
they still give up a lot of points. And then now Justin Fields is 0-26 when opponents scored 21 or more.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't play defense, but
I'm just saying, yeah.
All right, so hang on a second here. Bears Commanders, then you have which I still think that's Commanders win. Bears-Ravens. I mean, they got destroyed.
I know.
We don't know how healthy they're going to be. Well, they have their teams out.
I know, but they're going to get guys back.
All right, if they get guys back, they should win that game, yes.
Right.
But it looks different with all those injuries.
Correct.
Bears-Giants. That's a game at Soldier Field. The Bears
win.
The Bears could win, should win. Bears-Steelers, and that's at home. Aaron Rodgers.
Like I say, you got to get to 8 and 9 somehow.
You got Packers a couple times. You got the Lions again. You got the Browns on the schedule. The Eagles, the Bengals. Which I mean, Jake Browning. You don't want him anytime leading your team in rushing. I think he led the Bengals in rushing yesterday. Had 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions as well too. I don't think they're going to be as bad. By the time the Bears get around to playing the Bengals, that's going to be a better looking offense for Jake Browning.
Okay.
I'm not saying I would take the guy in a draft or want him quarterback on my team. They're not going to be as bad as you think.
Now, are the Bears? They're not taking tomorrow off like
no.
Usual,
I think
right?
they had the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it's Monday straight through.
Yeah, I think
today straight through.
I think they're back. Yeah. And we're going to see now, and what I'm waiting to see is how soon they make an announcement about the offensive line, because I've been noticing this creeping in to the regular Bears coverage. It's a weird time that you obviously have feature stuff that they want to run. A lot of this reads like training camp coverage at the moment, where you say, well, Caleb Williams has to build on what he does well and get rid of what he does poorly. Like it really is no different than some of the training camp or off-season stuff into previewing this season, because it's hard. And even looking back through a lot of my notes here, I don't know what conclusions to draw for where they are. And good luck looking back through this stuff and whatever.
Beautiful mind.
Yeah, right. It seems to be like Theo Benedict is your left tackle. That's what I've noticed creeping in. That all signs lead to everybody's couching it. Nobody's reporting it because it hasn't been announced yet. But I haven't seen anybody on the beat deviating from the conventional wisdom of it looks like Theo Benedict is going to be the new starting left tackle. So I'm going off of that. I haven't heard anything otherwise. So I guess it takes out the possibility. The outside the box possibility was that given an extra week, if you are going to try Darnell Wright at left, this is when you do it. And maybe we're wrong. Maybe Ben Johnson walks up to a microphone today and announces that they're completely revamping everything and they're going to try him at left from here on in. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but if you do it, if that's where their thinking is, then you have to do it now.
Right.
You do it this week going into Monday Night Football and the Commanders. That's where, but how does the week progress? That could be the plan right now. Maybe that's the plan at Hallis Hall. And then you get a couple practices in and guys just aren't practicing the way they need to. How long of a leash is there going to be? Is it, all right, we're going to try out for this game, let's have a good week of practice? Or is it, let's see what you do this week going into the game?
And also, who's back based on potential roster activation? Because we know that we had the IR guys and or Kyler Gordon. He should be back.
Should be back Monday, yep.
Eamon Ogbongbemiga, Austin Booker.
Grady Jarrett should be back.
Travis Homer. Whatever that does for you. I've never really understood that either. So, and it's a weird week because it's Monday Night Football, too.
Right.
So, I would have given them maybe an extra.
Maybe there is. I don't. I'll have to see if I can check it out here. But I thought it was the 4 days off, and then they're back at it. So who knows?
Yeah, I'll be interested. So here's something else we have to bring up, and I know you saw this, Amari DiMercato. This is only 2 weeks removed from it being done before. Was it Adonai Mitchell that dropped a ball before the end zone?
Oh yeah, Jesus.
There was a Bear that did this years ago too.
Yeah.
You have the touchdown, and you simply, on purpose, let go of the ball before going into the end zone. Amari DiMercato did that, just as L'Jarius Sneed was making up the stagger at the goal line. So it was a fumble. He didn't realize it was a fumble because DeMarcado was celebrating what he thought was a touchdown. But it was Indianapolis's Adonai Mitchell did that. Oh, just last week, not 2 weeks ago. I don't know what coaches have to say.
It was last week.
I don't know what coaches have to say or do. And I don't get it. I don't get the reasoning. I don't get, even amongst your peers, why you even cut it close. Why? And I'm trying to think, are there other sports where anything like this is done? Does it ever
in
happen?
baseball, you don't run short of the bag and turn off? Or
In baseball, is it like, do you look cool if you hit a home run and then you don't step on home plate? Do you look cool in basketball if you go up for a dunk and miss on purpose?
Yeah, I don't get it. If there was only a line that demarcated where the end zone started, guys they wouldn't do that. They would know.
Demarcado even sounds like demarcation. It probably means of the market, but it sounds like you should know that. A demarcation, your demarcado, cross the plane
Cross
of
the
the
line.
Like is there a comp for this? Is there a comp for you haven't accomplished what you're trying to accomplish? Like, Merkel's boner?
No, because it's the most significant play that can happen in a football game.
In a sport, it's worth 6 points.
Yeah.
Like, even you stepping on home plate, if you had a grand slam, those 3 other runs count.
I mean, do you go up for a dunk and then you get there and then you just release the ball so it just falls?
But even that is one possession in an NBA game.
2 points.
That comes out in the wash.
Yeah.
This is an NFL touchdown.
It's funny because it happened in our 12U game yesterday against we're playing North Shore or North Side, and their running back on their first offensive drive gets open and gets to the 1 yard line, and I see him. He kind of starts doing a little dance and drops the ball at the 1 yard line. And it's a free ball. And, of course, our kids don't play through the whistle, so they don't pick it up. But one of their offensive linemen jumps on it and then tries to advance it, which he can't because of his weight class. He's a striper. You can't advance the football. Okay. But it's their ball there at the 1 yard line, first down and goal. Okay. But it's a free ball that's sitting there. We're all on the sidelines like, get the ball, because it's just sitting there. I don't know what he was thinking.
Okay, but they're not professionals.
He's watching an NFL player dance prematurely or celebrate before the end zone. The coaches are screaming, you run to the fence. Now the fence is, 15
half
yards
a mile past
behind the
sure.
Yeah, no, it's not like a Forrest Gump type of thing.
Practice though. They have NFL guys running all the way through.
Yeah.
Run through the end zone.
I don't know if did you see that the wide receiver from Oklahoma, Keontae Lewis? First drive of the Oklahoma game is Saturday. He's going for a pass that's a little bit over his head in the end zone. Goes through, completes the run through the end zone, and there's a brick wall at Norman about, I don't know, maybe 10 yards.
It's like the games at Wrigley.
But, dude, he hit, and he was on the field. They took him off on a stretcher. He's doing okay. I mean, he's...
Sorry. I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just...
Why are you giggling?
Somebody running into a brick wall under their own power
and he hit it hard. I mean, going
yeah.
for the ball. But he's apparently fine. Movement in his arms and legs, and he says he feels fine, and he's coherent, and he did all the...
Yeah, it would have been bad if I'm laughing and he died shortly thereafter, right? Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, why is it so close to the end zone? But it's run through that. I don't
through the wall.
I don't think there's a comp for it in sports. You can't,
or even outside of
sports.
Because,
like I said, it's so hard to score a touchdown in the NFL. And it's you get there and you're like,
why? What in your brain says it doesn't even look cool? Is that so?
I don't know. I don't get
I'm
it.
too hot. I don't need this ball. Get it off of me.
I just don't understand.
What are you?
I mean, it's something you dream about scoring a touchdown in the end. You want to score a touchdown, and you have the opportunity, and you fall, and you just let go of the ball short of the end zone.
Is cutting it close cool?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, obviously, I'll never be in that situation to potentially drop a ball short of the end zone, but I don't understand. Get in the end zone. I don't know. But there is no comp in sports. I mean, you're like a NASCAR driver, and you just you turn left at the
right, the finish line.
The finish line, and just drive into the infield.
I don't need this. I'm spitting out.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna cross.
I don't need the win.
I don't know. golf, you deliberately leave it short, or you putt it past on purpose. Fuck this win.
Right. It's been a long 4 days, and well, he's just looking cool.
Yeah, I don't
Smack
get it.
off the green.
Yeah, there's nothing else there. I don't know. In baseball, you catch it, but you deliberately drop it. I got it. Oh, forget it. I don't want to catch that one.
I'm too cool to catch it.
I don't. There is no comp to it.
Especially something that's worth that. No, it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's not just a run or a basket or a goal in hockey. Maybe it is similar to a goal in hockey.
I mean,
potential
final point of a Wimbledon match, and you're gonna win. And
just hit it that way.
You hit it out on purpose, or don't even swing. You're like, I don't need to hit this ball back. I'm good.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's happened 2 weeks in a row at the highest level.
So lots of weird things, repetitive oddities in the NFL. We had a couple weeks ago, all the blocked field goal attempts. It's so bizarre.
If you need a place to go for a party that is different and is the kind of thing that'll be memorable and will make it stand out from all the other stuff that you've done, go to Beer Church. Beer Church Brewing in New Buffalo is just a quick trip from Chicagoland to Northwest Indiana. And what you're going to do is have a pizza-making party. They've got a pizza-making school because their pizza there is incredible. We had something, I had a Neapolitan-style pizza just 2 nights ago, and Jason said, he goes, is that good? I said, yeah, it's pretty good. He said, is it as good as Beer Church? I said, no, it's not. You are. I don't know that I've had a Neapolitan-style pizza, especially when you make it yourself and you're invested in it and you've made it exactly to your own personal specifications and it comes out just right. It's a great feeling. And that's what you do at the party because you and all your friends can get hands-on with the wood-fire kitchens. You learn about all the ingredients. You learn how to stretch the dough and why you're stretching the dough that way. It's all the chemistry of it. You can top it with whatever ingredients you want. I'm a purist. The margaritas is what I need. Maybe add a little prosciutto there. And then you dig in. Every pizza on the menu is going to be part of your party until you're like, no more, until you tap out. They'll just keep bringing you pizza. You can add craft beer, wine, or a cocktail package to pair with their own small batch brews at Beer Church. And they actually bring out the tasting thing in a giant cross. They lean into the church thing. I'm not kidding.
Oh, do they really?
Oh, it's a huge wooden cross that has like holes in it for the drink holders in it.
Oh wow!
And they present you with this cross. Okay. Yeah, so that's when you go to Beer Church, you're going to Beer Church. So do this. It's private. It's exclusive. Friends, family, the office, the ultimate party upgrade, and it's year round too because of their awesome heated patio. So book now, beerchurchbrewing.com. And let the pizza party begin. It is Beer Church in beautiful New Buffalo, Michigan. You've probably driven by it a million times. More info at beerchurchbrewing.com.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go. We're trying to think of something to do this fall for like a quick little weekend getaway.
Oh, especially
and just
soon
the New
when
Buffalo,
the leaves are at peak.
That's what we're thinking. We were talking about maybe Door County, but maybe just do an Airbnb, get out to New Buffalo again because we did it a couple years ago too. So because I need to go to Beer Church.
Yeah, you do. October is one of my favorite months in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah, as soon as the temperatures get to normal,
they will.
For love
this
of
week.
God, yeah, I know. I think we're getting to the 60s for like highs. Guys, we did fall stuff like fall festivities on Saturday. We took the boys and went to Stoddy's. I went to Stoddy's farm.
I don't know where
like McHenry.
Okay, we've done Didier Farms.
Yeah.
was always our go-to.
Yeah, we do that too.
And then there's Bankston's is the famous giant one with that's like an amusement park.
Yeah, Stoddy's is a good time. They got all the stuff, but it was 90 degrees on Saturday or Friday. We went because there was no school. Yeah, the kids were off of school Thursday, Friday, so it actually timed out well with your trip and your time away.
We always make jokes, and Zoe always goes, "Oh, got this story again," because when she was 2 or 3, we were at Didier Farms. This is pre-Jason, so when we still sort of, with one kid, everything's relatively normal. And we were in the.
You still care about what they do and what they eat and where they're at. You care about them.
You're still parenting.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were in the petting zoo, and Zoe's collecting something in the petting zoo.
Oh, I remember this.
And I'm kind of walking over there, and I'm like, Zoe, what is Hang on. She holds her hand out and she goes, raisins.
I thought it was chocolate chips with raisins.
Yeah, she goes, raisins.
Nope.
And I said, no, they're not.
Not raisins.
And we're going to go to the hand sanitizer station.
And these are good raisins too, Daddy.
For you didn't eat any of those, did you? No. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to get you a cinnamon donut, a cinnamon apple donut, and after we sanitize your hands.
Yeah. Stoddy's, we get their donuts are great on the way out. And I actually got at the checkout, the baker had just put out a whole tray of focaccia. But he did it with sourdough.
Oh, dude, I just had sourdough focaccia for the first time.
First time I ever had
2 nights ago.
Okay, so did I.
At a restaurant in the Warehouse District of New Orleans called Sophia.
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was so good.
And I tried it. So they set down we got the whipped ricotta.
Okay.
They do this homemade, super rich whipped ricotta with a tiny bit, like a drizzle of honey on it.
Yeah.
And some black pepper. And they brought out this focaccia, and I took a couple. I'm like, am I crazy or is this insanely good? And we ordered another round of and it was sourdough focaccia. It was incredible.
Yeah, so we're checking out, and there was a rolling cart, and the guy just had put it out. And so
cart.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, wow, this looks great. And he's like, yeah, I just made those. He goes, that's the focaccia, and it was just mozzarella with a real basic tomato sauce on it. It was great. And he goes, yeah, but I did it with the sourdough bread instead. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to try one of these. And I took a piece out in the car. It was fantastic.
Oh, my God. This was one of those Italian meals where super simple, and every next bite was incredible.
Yeah.
They had a squid ink fettuccine with a Calabrian chili oil and shrimp that were like just done, not overdone at all, like just popped.
They weren't radioactive shrimp.
They were not, as far as I know.
Okay.
And then, have you ever seen a pasta shape called radiatore? They look like little radiators.
Yes.
And the texture is so interesting.
Yeah.
And it was their alla vodka sauce.
Nice.
But it was all about the texture of these homemade pastas.
And what's this place called?
Sophia in New Orleans. It was
sourdough focaccia.
Oh my God! Everything we ate was great, and the broccoli rabe over a warm, like a Caesar type. It was almost like a Caesar dressing, but it was warm, covered in Parmigiano Reggiano.
Sounds good.
Oh, but it was parboiled and grilled. It was incredible.
And what doesn't our pizza place in New York that we love, the one you got me on, Norm's. Don't they do sourdough?
Yep. Norm's is a sourdough crust.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
That might be the thing to figure out,
because it's the acid. It just changes everything.
Yeah.
It makes everything like light up.
Interesting.
So good.
Well, it sounds like you had some good food.
Yeah.
Although one of our listeners asked for a live stream of you in the tub.
I didn't
eat fried chicken.
I didn't eat it in the tub. I ate it right there at Daisy Mae's,
but nude at the table. Yeah.
Yep. Took
just
the shirt
undressed.
off. Sir, what are you doing? I'm good.
And that was Beth.
Don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. All good. Yeah, I ate too much, but I walked a lot, and there was a gym, and I did work out every single day. They had a hot tub on the roof, really hot tub on the roof of the hotel.
I like that.
Yeah.
What are you doing for your workouts now? Are you still staring at old man's junk, or?
No, after COVID, I didn't go back to the gym.
Okay.
So I've been doing everything at home because I have a bike and a treadmill at home.
All right.
I've got free weights at home, and then I've been doing plyometrics.
You have 3 weights? What do they weigh?
I've been doing a lot of plyometric stuff.
Okay.
A lot of using my own body weight, and because it's easier on my joints.
Well, you're getting older
now that I'm an old.
Yeah.
Rather than just picking
you
up
You
stuff.
are an old.
I am an old, but no, it's been really good. Obviously push-ups and crunches and Bulgarian split squats.
Yeah.
Love those.
Are those the one-leg things? What do you do?
Yeah, it's a split, and then I carry, what is it, 20 and like 35 pounds in each hand.
Okay.
And then do the Bulgarian split squats.
And that was with or without your weighted
vest?
vest?
35 in each hand.
Yeah, that's a lot.
25 in each hand.
With or without your weighted vest?
Without the weighted vest.
Okay.
That is, God, I see so many.
Yeah.
They're
So I
proliferating.
started this workout last week. This is new, and I wear a waiter's vest. And it's not making any difference in my workouts.
And waders. You wear hip waders.
No, I've not done that yet.
No.
Just a waiter's vest. And it's got his name tag on it still. He wants it back, but I just
give Mario.
I'm like, can I have?
Give
can I borrow your vest? I'm gonna work out this week. So
a waiter's vest.
A waiter's vest, yeah,
and hip waiters.
So I'm gonna try to get that. I'm gonna make a video and hopefully it'll go viral of me working out in my waiter's vest.
Okay.
See if we can get that trend to catch.
Cool.
If that catches, I'll split the profits with you.
You don't have to do that.
We'll get it. No, come on. We'll get it on Amazon. Put the 312 Sports logo on it.
Go on Shark Tank.
Yeah. Hey, Sharks. I'm Matt Abaticola, and I'm here to work out with you in my new waiter's vest. Here, I got one for each of you to try on.
Yeah, Mark Cuban, put it on. Here you go.
Now, lift this dumbbell. Feel better?
Do you remember, were you at the station when Lori Grenier was there taping something?
I don't recall. So maybe it was in the last 8 years, and maybe I just didn't get alerted to it, or maybe I just didn't care.
Because I swear to God, she's like this tall.
Okay.
And her hair is
big hair,
huge.
Okay.
And I thought it was like a Star Wars creature or something wandering around. Because all you see is like this,
like the Spaceballs thing that you don't like.
I wouldn't know from Spaceballs, but I'm like, you just see
the
like
big helmet guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. And,
Okay.
I like down a hallway, I'm like, what is that? Like, oh, that's Lori Grenier. Like, oh wow, that's a lot of hair.
It was that really?
Yeah. It was yes. Because for the cameras, they blow it all out
And like
I'm sure she looks normal when she gets up and like puts a hat on and goes to the gym.
Was the hair volume to height ratio off?
No, it's like total size.
Okay, interesting.
Because she's a teeny little person with giant hair.
Hmm.
I don't know. And then her husband was really nice too. He was just kind of.
Did they do something at the station?
Yeah, she came. She had to use one of the
bathroom?
studios there for something.
Oh, she wasn't like on a show.
No, she was using one of the studios on our floor.
I gotcha.
I think.
No one wrangled her on a show to talk Shark Tank or get her to invest in something?
No, and I think isn't she from Chicago? Like went to Loyola or something? I thought she was from here.
No idea. No one tried to get her to invest in real estate or anything, or.
Hey, I got a pitch for you. You run into the elevator. Listen, I got this thing.
Why would you run? So you got to wait till the door's open. Run into the elevator.
Yeah, as the doors are closing, I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant just
like,
run right to the doors.
Okay. No, I got you.
Yeah.
Check this out. I need an investment. I bought a molybdenum mine.
No idea what that is.
It's a mineral because you know all these rare earths or whatever.
Oh,
what are they getting now?
Like
the stuff to make the batteries.
Oh, okay. Like a lithium battery.
Yeah, there's like
okay.
all of these people are
or
buying
like the stuff they made Captain America's shield out of.
Is that vibranium? No, vibranium's from Black Panther, right? That's in Wakanda, Illinois. It's full of vibranium.
We go to Wakanda a lot. Docks and Lindy's Landing. It's a great little lake house kind of vibe to it.
We played a golf course there, Stonewall Orchard.
Yep, that's right there, Stonewall Orchard.
Yeah, we had a really good time there.
Did you? It was
then,
expensive. I remember.
It was expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at there's a lake right near the clubhouse.
Yeah.
And there's bass in it like this.
Did you fish?
I made the mistake of asking permission.
Oh, and they told you no.
Never, ever, ever ask permission.
Yeah, because it's always easier to ask forgiveness than
right. If
permission.
I'm standing there holding one by the lip and taking a picture, you're not allowed to fish here. Sorry.
Okay,
I'll get out of here.
Just throw it back in.
But I screwed up. I said, hey, do you mind if I cast? Like, oh no, you can't do that. Damn it. Like, you sure? You sure?
Yeah, you never ask.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hook a brother up.
Yeah, you never ask. Just do it.
I know it was my mistake. So that's going to do it, I think. Do you have more NFL notes on there?
I wanted to ask you, actually, yeah, now that you say that, as we're just jerking around here, I asked you this question yesterday about the injuries in the NFL. And I'm trying to find something on it, and there's really nothing there to find because no one's compiled everything for this year. And I could do that. That would just take a lot of work.
Does it feels like
there's more injuries. And I was looking through and just doing some research on it. CBS is calling it the injuries as an alarming rate. The AP or CBS said it's a massive storyline this year. AP is an alarming rate. We're seeing more injuries to key roles. I think that's what's making it stand out more, and more injuries to the offensive line than we're seeing. But it just seems like there are more injuries this year.
Well,
than previous years.
I also read something that, and I think it was one of the Schwartz brothers from their podcast. I think Jeff Schwartz, maybe, who said that what's happening is
Spaceball?
Individual offensive line injuries are affecting offensive lines more than they used to.
Yeah, so that was one of the storylines.
Because practice time and the ability for these lines to come together in full padded practices, it sounded like kind of an old guy saying, well, in our day, you could plug somebody in because they'd practiced in pads, and that losing one guy on your line didn't affect your quality of play as much as it does now. And I don't know that it was a scientifically derived opinion.
Yeah.
But it also may just be you're paying more attention to the NFL this year.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I don't know if it's, because I'm consuming more than just Bears.
And you're aware, and we've got DBU picks. And you're like, well, wait a second, why is this guy out? Why is that guy out?
Or if there's more, if there's just key injuries to big name players this year more than normal.
I know the Giants are looking at their playing surface. The Giants are concerned.
They're just staring at it.
No,
that's it. That's our playing surface.
It is. I can confirm. I concur. That's a playing surface. I think that they had been having these discussions for a while.
Okay.
About whether or not it's sort of like we've done with the Bears forever about why is it the grass always sucks. The grass always sucks. Should they go to field turf or go to the hybrid that they have at Lambeau? And what should they do? And then Matt Eberflus's legacy is going to be that he just said, use Bermuda grass, and it's been fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just don't know if there's more injuries, if I'm consuming more of it, if it's just some bigger names that are being hurt early on in the season, if the way that the off seasons are run and then how practices are run as far as hitting is concerned, does that impact the injuries, the types of injuries, the number of injuries? Yeah, maybe if you were hitting and you were in pads more often as a backup guy doing that more often, does it really decrease the level of play, especially from an offensive line standpoint? Yeah, I just don't know. And there's nothing compiled out there. And short of going game by game and seeing the number of players that are out this year and comparing it to a previous season.
And man games played.
Yeah, I just don't know how to. There's nothing there available unless I'm just not looking.
Let's leave it as an open item and just say that this is something to remain under consideration once we see the data. Objective data of games missed and by whom actually compiled.
And yes. I would like to see too if it's compiled out there somewhere, like the types of injuries. Are there more like strains as guys get bigger and faster in all these different positions in the NFL? Are there more strains happening, more things that are keeping guys out a week or two? I just don't know. And I wish if there's a spot out there that's compiled online, I'd love to see.
Maybe it's this. Maybe it's as everybody is making more money and everybody's just more careful about their health, knowing there's 17 games rather than 16 and the playoffs, that maybe what constitutes an injury rather than just being hurt, that we've moved the line to what's going to limit you in practice and what's going to keep you out. And I'm not saying anybody's gotten softer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying people maybe gotten smarter about what it takes to recover meaningfully in a way that is in the best interest of your season.
Well, if I'd hate to think that one extra game in a season has that much of an impact on if a guy plays or not. So what's going to happen when they go to 18 regular season games?
I don't know. Or is it diagnostics? Are we finding out about more injuries?
Yeah.
Are players better about reporting injuries? Maybe fewer players are hiding their injuries. Maybe everybody just feels a little more secure in saying, I'm less than 100%. You make your decision, and that we don't have the same. I hate to use the term ethos because now I sound like Pete Hegseth, but we're going to hold you to a manly code of manliness that is definitely not gay.
Did you see the SNL?
It is so not gay.
Did you see Colin Jost?
I heard about it. I did not see it. I was out doing other things Saturday night.
Pete Hegseth, and he does the whole thing, and he was like, our military is gayer than ever. Yeah. It's also fatter than ever. Make that make sense. And then he's like, well, you guys get it, right? And they pan out, they show the crowd, and the generals all just sitting there. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, you guys get it, right? It was funny.
Well, I don't want to sound like that. It may just be that the players are that the barrier for reporting an injury is perhaps lower than it used to be.
Yeah.
Because it's more accepted.
So I don't know. Okay. Maybe I'll just have to take several hours out of a day and look at it game by game and who's out and how that compares to previous years.
Have your intern do it.
Oh, God, yeah. Can you get on that? Yeah?
It's a great thing.
By Tuesday? Thank you.
You've got 4 boys in your house. You say, who needs who wants to be my extra special research assistant?
See, but here's the thing, though. With me, and this is 16 years of the score, too. I had to do it myself to trust that it was correct.
Not every intern was brain dead.
And I'm not even talking about the interns. I'm just talking about, I had to do it myself.
I know.
No, when it came to, working on audio stuff, I wanted nothing to do with it. So that was all interns.
Right.
But research stuff, I just had to make sure.
Just say, hey.
I mean, I could ask Henry if I'd show him where to look and what to look for.
Right, and just say, look, we'll give you credit, and then you will have done a research project for 312 Sports. Put it on your resume.
I'll try that. I'll see what happens. I say if I showed him how to go game by game and look at the number of players out, what to do, where to look, I would say he'd get through 3 games before he'd quit.
Right. I know what he would do is he would look at a couple games, realize how much grindy busy work it is,
yeah.
And then he would go to TikTok or other social media to see if somebody else has already done the work.
Probably.
And he might actually find it.
Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just send him on a chase to find it somewhere online.
And then you have the hack, and then you can do that next time. That is Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast. And this week, as we start turning our attention toward the Commanders, it is going to be on DBU when you're going to hear our top 10 Commanders.
Oh, yeah. Want to make that mix. We mentioned that last week, but make it very clear that, we're moving the top 10 list to DBU to keep Forward Progress.
I did forget a Bear, and thank you.
Oh, I did too. I know.
I know we did the top 10 Bears, and I feel awful.
Yeah, when I realized it, I felt really bad about it.
I forgot the masturbating bear from Conan O'Brien, who absolutely should have been a top 5 Bear.
He definitely should have been on the list.
Should have been on the list
for sure.
One of the great comic characters.
Not the bear that Terry wrestled, who also masturbated.
Victor.
It's a different bear.
Right, no, Victor was a masturbating bear.
After he won.
Right. So
you take that, Ron Marinelli.
Add him to the list. Yeah. But he was not the. So, yes, I screwed that up. And for everybody who pointed that out, you're right.
Yes.
I'm wrong. My bad.
One other one, too, was mentioned to me in an email from a listener, so thank you, was Teddy Ruxpin. He should have been mentioned, and not on the top 10, but should have been mentioned. That was a fail. Also, I was criticized for counting out Clark for not wearing pants, but putting Pooh on the list, who doesn't wear pants either. So, yeah, it was hypocritical, but the committee did what the committee's going to do.
Hey, man.
Committee's committee.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
And there's hypocrisy.
Yes.
And the committee knows that.
Just not on this show. Just
never.
On the committee.
Never, damn it.
All right, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
10, 219, 219.
Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abaticola on 312 Sports.